Okay, so we missed that. No problem. So now we will be linking again the updated structural file to the architectural model. Let's open the architectural model. So let's say usually when you have a 3D view that you have um, edited the previous time, if you want to show the entire default 3D view, you just uncheck the section box. If you uncheck that, so it will all appear right there. Okay. So this time will be the file is actually linked already, so you can see now that it is somehow adjusted. It's still not totally flushed because maybe we miss a little bit of the line. But if you look now at the level, at the ground floor, you will see that it has already moved a little bit. So maybe we did not see that the line that's the architectural line, but you already know how to move it. So maybe if the architect wants to compromise, he can adjust. So it will be the architect who will be aligning his wall to the structural component. So something like that. Let's say here, you can do it like this. Also, by the way, when you already have the structural model, by default, you need to adjust your walls to the edge of the column so that you will have exact quantity for your block works. So like this. It is not automatically. There are actually plugins in Revit that can cut it automatically, but these are additional payment. No? To do that, you just have to, you can do this split element and then adjust your walls. Adjust it there and join it, and then this. So now when you have if you want to just show that you already cut it, you can just unload your structural model for a while, and now you will see that you have a gap there. So at least your quantity is accurate. Okay. This is our session number 1. Who remembers? Who's present who's always present without any absent? I think Jubin. I think this number I'm sure we did 6 session of architectural. Right? 6 architectural. I missed the 2. You missed the 2. Then you had 4 weeks vacation. So you missed the 2 structural. Yeah. So this is number 8. Oh no, this is number 9. We have 12 sessions, so we can now start a little bit on plumbing. So that next week we can go to we'll finish plumbing and then we'll start some HVAC. Then session number 11 we'll do more HVAC because we have the HVAC experts here and fire protection, right? Alam niyo yung mga branching, mga ganun, for fire protection. Correct sizing, mga ganun. NFPA, ano? Ayan, certified. Commercial size. MMUP AAA. Ha? Mga ganun. Alright, so let's okay. We will now be starting a plumbing model. Okay. Do we have a toilet? Yes, we have toilet here. Okay. So when you are placing toilet families in your architectural model, sometimes this happens though. So let's just add some walls here so we can have like a partition here. So let's say you have one partition here and another partition here. Let's put a door. Can you use this door, Nana, for your toilet? Huh? For your cubicle? No, right? You will be seen. So we'll just use a normal door. So let's say you have a door here, another one here. Let's have another door here, maybe here. Okay. Okay. Let's say we will be placing, we go to your systems, we put the plumbing equipment, plumbing fixture. There's no plumbing family loaded yet, so we'll be loading one. We go to the libraries, English, US, and let's go to the plumbing. Okay. Architectural, we go to fixtures, and we go to WC, water closet. So we have here the 3D family, which is good. It's good because if you want to create some renderings for your 3D, then it's nice. But there's also this 2D only. Actually, the 2D family is very useful because later on, usually in the project, the owner or maybe the consultant will choose the actual model of the um, fixture, the plumbing fixture, and usually the plumbing modeler or the the beam guys who are doing the plumbing models will be putting on the actual plumbing fixture included in their plumbing model. Okay, so in our case, we will put the plumbing fixture in our plumbing model. So now the architect does not need to put the 3D family of the plumbing fixture. So he will just put on this 2D line drawing. So I'll just use this, click open, then I will just place this where it should be. Let's say here on the wall and another one here. This is just 2D. It's flat. Yeah, if you look at here now, if you look at this 3D part, let's say this. Let's look at it. Makita. There's no 3D. It can be seen only in the plan view, and it's just a line work. Later on, you'll understand why we don't need a 3D. I will put on the other toilet, the one with the 3D. Okay? So this is a 2D, and here I will replace it with a 3D family. So I will now again go to my systems, plumbing fixture. Now we'll load another one, which is the domestic 3D. But look, remember that I'm taking the architectural plumbing fixture. There are two folders, but one is the MEP, one is the architectural. Later on, you'll find out what is the difference between these two. Because if I go to our MEP, I have the same content almost. You look at the fixtures, I have the WC. It's almost the same actually. There is one here which is this and that. Okay. The one in the architectural folder, plumbing, architectural, is what we'll be using for now. So WC, let me take this toilet 3D. Okay, domestic 3D, open, and let's place it here. Okay, so now if you go back to our 3D, you'll know that it is right there on the other one. You'll see that the 3D view can be seen. So that is now. So what else can we put in our toilet? Let's put a hand wash basin. Go to our plumbing fixture and load family. Let's go to what folder? Uh, Sinks. Oh no, it's not a fixture. Oh yeah, it's fixture. Sinks. Yeah. Let's just use vanity. Okay, vanity square. Okay. Click open and let's just put it maybe here. Let's put 2. 1 and 2. Okay. So that should be enough. Enough for us. Let's put also on the other side. 1 and 2. Maybe let's find a urinal if we can find. Let's say for the boys, we'll put a urinal. Let's see if we can find a urinal. Load family. Sinks. Urinal. We have a urinal. We have 3D and 2D as well. So let's put the 3D. Open on this side. Okay. Something. Do we need a cover on the side? Usually we need, right? Let's put a small wall because somebody might look. So let's put 2 urinals here. One here and another one here. No looking. So this, we need to rotate it. May kwento ko niyan dun sa ano namin nun, sa sino bang napapadaan dito sa crossing dati? EDSA crossing. Ano ba madalas sa inyo? Sa Shaw Boulevard. Ayan. Kasi kami nun sa Rizal nakatira eh. Jeep kami lagi. Sa EDSA Central. Merong ano dun eh. Merong paradahan ng jeep. Pilahan. Tapos may open na di ba yung toilet sa atin, yung ano lang, may parang wall lang na may ihian lang yan. Tapos nakatayo yung mga tao. Walang division yun, kagaya ng modern. Meron lagi doon, isang lalaki, nandun sa kanto. Alam mo lagi yung may ihi. Siguro, madalas akong dumadaan doon. Pag may ihi ako, lagi siya nandun. Eh, hindi ko naman natitsempohan na natatabi ako sa kanya. Basta siya nandun siya sa kanto. Isang beses, nagkatabi kami. Hindi ka na walang iya. Manyak pala bakla ang walang iya. Tapos ito pa isa matindi, sir. Isa pa matindi. Bigla ko nakasakay sa bus. Bus. Kasi doon may bus din na option. Minsan nagbabas ako eh. Nakatabi ko, sir. E di katabi ko. Delikado. Minsan natutulog. Kunwari natutulog ang walang iya. Gumagano na yung kamay dito sa ano ko. Hita ako. Pinano ko ganun. Walang iya to. Bakla to ah.
Ano pag doon ng pali? Ang oras. Kasali mo.
Ito sir, ulitin natin. No?
Hindi, yung bago kasi hindi ko pa.
Yung may video ko nun, di ba? Napanood mo? 2024 yan, di ba? May video akong bago.
Okay.
Panoorin mo, sir. Nandun lang sa Autodesk mo kukunin yan. But just make sure na naka-login ka. Login, tapos punta ka doon sa search bar. Search mo lang, AutoCAD, Revit 2024 content.
Sa Autodesk.
Oo. Basta make sure naka-login ka para pag na-download mo, alam nilang ano ka, yung license. Okay, so we all have now our fixtures, okay? So by special request to avoid the same story that I'm having, so let's put a wall here, okay? For privacy issue. Let's create a similar, and let's put a small wall here, maybe, like that, okay? John, do you know this story? When you are having a urinal, Why do they put a wall here? Somebody's looking like this. For privacy concern, huh? Isang issue yan eh. Kaya ang the best sa airport, di ba? Isang buong ganun eh. Yun ang, siyempre, ang HOK yan, ang design.
Pero kung makatagal usap yung mga 6'5".
Delikado yun.
Sige.
Ang laking damulag na walang iya. Pag kinapit, huwag kang gagalaw. Okay, so I think this is enough now for us to demonstrate our plumbing modeling. Okay. Actually, in the actual practice of modeling in projects, the plumbing model will include the water supply and drainage at the same time. It will be containing. The mechanical model is usually the HVAC model. So when we're talking about MEP, M is for, in Revit, usually M is for HVAC. And then P is for drainage and water supply. And then, of course, E is for electrical. Under electrical, we have so many elements like fire alarm, power, lighting, even the low voltage are included. Security, that is included usually in the electrical model. And then F, firefighting, is a separate model usually, even if these are just pipes. But for some reason, I think because of you need to do some calculations, and sometimes it is used for safety in terms of life safety. That's why it is a separate model for in the BIM practice. Okay. So now our architectural model is updated with the toilets, and this is what we will be putting on in our plumbing model. Okay, so I'll close our architectural model. Say yes. Again, similar way that we did the structural model, we'll go now to new, browse for a template. We go to the English folder, default metric, plumbing. We have plumbing default metric. Okay, so we'll use the plumbing default metric and click open and click OK. Okay, so what's the next step, John? Huh? What? Link it, right? Link first. Now this time we already have the architectural and structural models, because we have to consider the columns and the footings, because usually for the drainage it goes under the building, so we need to avoid as much as possible clashing with the structural components. So we will now be linking two files. Go to insert and link the Revit file.
Hindi siya din ilimsat yung direksyon lang dyan sa icon.
Pwede rin actually, pero when the project is bigger than a normal house, usually it is being linked. If you are doing just one house or maybe a small building, you can put everything in one file. No need to link it. Okay. But usually that's the practice, because usually you have a separate engineer and a separate plumbing engineer who is doing those disciplines. That's why it is really being linked. Kumbaga, that's the best practice. So let us get the files from our documents in focus. Let's take the Saturday building. Open. So whatever you use for the positioning you use for your project, that's the same positioning you will use all throughout. Okay, click open. Raymark, announce mo pagka last ano na tayo, last 2 minutes ah.
Yes po.
Okay, thank you. So we'll close this now. So this is the architectural model, right? You will see that we have the elements right there. So next, let's bring in the so we have last 10 minutes. One more quarter in basketball. So insert another link, which is the structural Saturday building structure. This. Click open. Close. Okay, no problem. So now if you look at your 3D view, you have all of this. Okay. Okay. Architectural and structural model linked together. And then you can see your fixtures right there. So the question is, can we also just copy, monitor the fixtures that are placed in the architectural model into the plumbing model? Yes. But the problem is, you'll find out now. Okay. So let's do the same. We will be linking, we will be copy monitoring, because right now we don't have our own level. So the level that we have here is just the default level, which is level 1. Where is it? Where is the level? All right. Yeah, there. You have those levels. Ito lang yan. This is the level of the plumbing template. Okay, so we will be copying the other levels. So same way, go to collaborate and copy monitor, select link. We use this link, either of the links, because we have the same level. Then we'll just be copying, copy, and copy this and that. Okay, I will not be copying everything because we'll just be concentrating our modeling here on the on this level 1. Okay, and this I'll just finish, but at least you know the procedure. Okay. So now let's go to plumbing floor plan, level 1, and we have this. So now this time we will not just be copy monitoring levels and grades. We'll try to copy now the fixtures. Okay. So again, we go to copy monitor, select the link. We'll use the architectural link. So how do we find out that this is the architectural link? So it is the structural link that comes. If we try to click tab, let's see. Okay, it's not coming. So what we'll do is we will unload the structural link. Okay, so that we can choose the architectural link when we copy monitoring. Select link. Please select this and copy. We'll now copy all of the. But we know this is just a 2D, right? So we'll not copy it. We'll copy the 3D, which is this. And this. This is 3D. This is 3D, 3D, and 3D. And then click check. Now let's look at the 3D view. At the back. Okay. So this is the problem. Look. In a plumbing model, this is how the architectural plumbing fixtures look like. Just like that. Okay. Now we will bring in a family similar to this from the MEP folder. Okay. But before that, let's check what families do we have in this template, because this is already a plumbing template. There should be some template families that are already available here. So let's check. Let's say, look at the plumbing fixture folder. What do we have? See, we already have a floor drain. We'll put a floor drain. We already have a sink, vanity square. So we have that. We already have a urinal, and we already have a water closet. So we don't need to load family because we are in the plumbing template. So that is the advantage of using a plumbing template. The families are already loaded. Okay. So we don't need to do like what we did earlier. We will just place them in the plan. So I will just put one here beside it so we can compare. So let's take the M urinal 3D. This is just a drag and drop. Just bring it there. Oh, why is it like this? Okay, why is it coming like this, John? John can answer. Answer, John. Because it says place on face, right? In on face, that means it is on the front elevation. So if we click place on vertical face, that means it will be on the vertical face. This is the face actually. So if I click this, look, for now, by default, the placement of this urinal is like direct on the work plane. So if we click place on vertical face, it will go to the vertical face, which is this, right? So I will place it here now. And then now let's look at the difference of these elements. So this is the one coming from the plumbing, right? If you click it, what's happening, John? There's no connection. What's wrong with this plumbing fixture? How about this? Okay, so let's continue first. Plumbing plan. Let's click it. There is no connection. There's another wall hang. Because this is 3D. Let's have another one. This. The one with the flash bulb. Okay, this. Let's see. Okay, I will place it here. Ang laki to. Okay, place it there. So now look at the difference between, let's say, we'll call this an architectural wall hang fixture, and this. This is the MEP one. So this already have its connection. This tells you that it has a 50 mm drain going out, and it has the water supply, which is the 20 mm cold water because it's blue. Okay, so that is the difference between the families coming from the MEP folder and the architectural folder. From the MEP folder, it has the connection for the pipe. Okay, so these don't have any connection. So this is actually have no use in the plumbing model. So we'll just delete it. Okay, even this, we will replace this now with this proper family. So we'll replace it with this type.
Sir, excuse me po.
Flash
That's 2
bulb.
minutes na po.
Okay. Last 2 minutes. Thank you, Raymark. Brought to you by Raymark. Thank you, Raymark. Okay, it's just 8:36, so I think we can have another session, a 40-minute session. So we can just replace also this. Just click here and take the other one. Okay, if it is like this, you just click this flip work plane, and it will be on the correct position already. Then we can just delete this because we want to keep this too. And now the problem is, since this is in the link file, we cannot remove this here. It can just be removed by the architect. So the architect will remove it later on. So for this also, we want to replace this with the correct vanity, which is coming from our families here. Let's say vanity square. Let's say this. Let's place it here. Okay. Once this is loaded, Ba't wala itong ano? They don't have the connection also. Usually it should have. Okay. So let's just take one from our folder, plumbing fixture. Oh, sorry. Plumbing fixture, let's load family. We go now to our MEP folder. Okay. MEP folder. And let's